Good morning, everyone. I hope you all had a relaxing and beautiful spring break and are ready to tackle the rest of this semester. You've got a little bit of pep back in your step. I hope that you guys took the time over the break to kind of rejuvenate yourself. So, this week you will notice that we are finishing up our second unit and beginning our third and final unit. So, this week there is a lecture on the problem solution essay, how to um, write it, and what I'll be looking for overall. There is a sample essay for you guys to look at. Um, as well as an introduction to our novel Brighton Rock. I hope you guys have gotten a jump start on reading, and you took the time over the break to get into our novel. If you haven't, that's okay. You'll want to start reading sooner rather than later. I've provided an introduction to the novel, and you'll also notice that there is a module here that's titled Brighton Rock Resources. And I've given you guys a few different things in this module to kind of help guide you guys through our reading of the novel. And the first, you'll see these guided reading questions. And in these guided reading questions, I've broken it up into they're Google. It's a Google Doc. Each of these is a Google Doc, and I've broken up the questions into the various parts. And these are not required for you to do, but they will certainly help. As you read through the novel, they're basically questions that kind of can track your understanding and keep you guys on task as you read through the novel. Like I said, they're not required, but they are helpful. And I will always, for each of the quizzes that you have for each of the parts, I'll always pull questions from the guided reading questions for your quizzes. If you decide to complete the guided reading questions at the end, I will open up a extra credit shell for you guys to submit your guided reading questions, and I will give you all 100 extra points if you complete the guided reading questions. So keep that in mind, but they're there for you if you want them, if you choose to utilize them, and it's a good extra credit opportunity. Additionally, in the module, the next thing you'll see is a list of character descriptions, just to kind of keep you give you an overview of who's who in Brighton Rock, our major characters and the minor characters, just so you don't get confused, because they kind of all run together. So here are a list of who's who. And then next, you'll see various places in Brighton Rock. These are the settings, if you will, of or the subsettings of the larger place of Brighton. So that the characters kind of hang out and spend time in. Additionally, I have a couple of other keywords and phrases that I think will be helpful. Um, Moving on in our resources, you'll also see kind of a review of literary elements, the stuff that you guys probably are, it's old hat for you, an overview of elements of literature and literary analysis, and just to kind of keep you all, if you didn't get this in English 111, or if you need a reminder, this is a great resource for you all. And finally, there is a place for secondary sources, and we'll talk more about this as we kind of get closer to compiling your final essay of the semester. But I will be asking you to use secondary sources or research in your final essay on the novel Brighton Rock. And I have provided several of those here that this is a place for you guys to get started and to look. But also here are some PDF files of some articles that I have found and that I have interlibrary loaned for you all in case that might be helpful. So, but we'll talk more about these as we get closer to compiling your final essay. So that is for those are some resources to use for our final unit with our novel. And next week, I am going to set aside some time for us to have a group discussion on parts 1 and 2 of Brighton Rock. So please take the time to start reading. You have a quiz that on part 1, and I apologize for any confusion over the spring break on the due dates for the quiz. I had to compile all of my due dates at one time to get the simple syllabus to load and be viewable, and I neglected that spring break was the week that I had for your first quiz to be due. So I got a number of emails about that over the break. So you don't stress, you didn't miss an assignment. The quiz for the first parts of our novel are due next Monday. Additionally, I got an email from Morgan. Thank you, Morgan, asking me about the conflicting dates that were on the calendar for the position argument essay. In the prompt, it says that the essay is due on April 4th, so I have moved the due date to April 4th for your problem solution essay. So this week, please take the time to start reading our novel and also start looking at compiling and drafting your problem solution essay. And please feel free to send me any emails, any questions, any comments, any concerns, anything that you have for me. Please let me know. I will be in touch with you guys on a little bit later on in the week to check in and give you some feedback on your annotated bibliographies. So that's all I have for you. I hope you guys have a beautiful Tuesday, and I will be in touch.